Duke and Duchess of Sussex surprised the world when they announced they would be leaving the royal family back in 2020. Although they received some money from Harry's father, the then Prince Charles, the couple were expected to forge their own path, and with their own charitable organization, Netflix deals, and now a lifestyle brand from Meghan, the pair have certainly been doing so. Meghan has been more at the forefront, with the royal mum of two fronting an award-winning podcast and launching her aforementioned lifestyle brand, which will sell all manner of items from shower gels to yoga mats and even jams and jellies. Here's the lowdown on all of Meghan's ventures since moving to California for her new life. Archwell announced at the same time that Harry and Meghan officially stood down as members of the royal family. The nonprofit organization, Archwell, has been their main venture. In a statement about the brand, Harry and Meghan said, "Before Sussex Royal came the idea of arch, the Greek word meaning source of action. We connected to this concept for the charitable organization we hope to build one day, and it became the inspiration for our son's name. To do something of meaning, to do something that matters. Archwell is a name that combines an ancient word for strength and action and another that evokes the deep resources we each must draw upon. We look forward to launching Archwell when the time is right." The launch of the organization was initially held up due to the pandemic, but 6 months after its announcement, Archwell's website was created. Since its launch, the company has supported numerous charities and also helped in the fight against COVID-19, donating money to organizations distributing vaccines. Despite being a large part of their brand, the organization reported a substantial decrease in donations from 2022 to 2023 in an annual report. However, despite the financial challenges, Archwell still holds substantial assets, with around $8.3 million in cash and other assets. The Duke and Duchess do not draw a salary from the foundation. Netflix deal. 6 months after stepping away from the royal family, the couple confirmed they had signed a multi-year deal with Netflix, with the pair producing numerous programs for the streaming giant. In a statement, they said, "Our lives, both independent of each other and as a couple, have allowed us to understand the power of the human spirit, of courage, resilience, and the need for connection. Through our work with diverse communities and their environments, to shining a light on people and causes around the world, our focus will be on creating content that informs but also gives hope." The first major project that the pair broadcast was their 2022 docuseries, Harry and Meghan, which offered an in-depth look into their lives as a couple, Meghan's early life, and their exit from the royal family. The program smashed records on the platform and became the biggest documentary debut in Netflix's history. The couple have also dropped Live to Lead and Heart of Invictus on the platform, and earlier in the month, it was confirmed that 2 new shows led by Harry and Meghan will be produced. One will focus on the world of polo, while the second will have Meghan as an executive producer and will celebrate the joys of cooking and gardening, entertaining, and friendship. The Bench. In 2021, the Duchess of Sussex wrote her own children's book, The Bench. Meghan wrote the text and narrated the audiobook, while the watercolor pictures were illustrated by Christian Robinson. The Bench was somewhat inspired by Meghan's relationships with Harry and their son Prince Archie, and it examines a father-son bond told through the eyes of a mother. Although the book garnered mixed critical reviews, it was clearly popular, and it topped the New York Times bestsellers list in the children's picture books category. Archie was a big fan of his mom's foray into the literary world, with the Duchess sharing, "Archie loves the book. Christian, I haven't told you. He loves the book, which is great because he has a voracious appetite for books. Constantly when we read him a book, he goes, again, 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 and now we can say, Mommy wrote the book for you. It feels amazing. Archetypes. It's not just books where Meghan topped the charts, as the Duchess of Sussex won a People's Choice Award for her Archetypes podcast, which debuted on Spotify in August 2022. The podcast regularly topped listening charts and saw Meghan interviewing women like Serena Williams, Paris Hilton, and MJ Rodriguez, where they explored in different stereotypes and prejudices could hold women back. Although Archetypes was signed on for a multi-year deal with Spotify, after just one series, Meghan parted ways with the company. A statement at the time read, "The team behind Archetypes remained proud of the podcast they created at Spotify. Meghan is continuing to develop more content for the Archetypes audience on another platform." However, Meghan hasn't left the podcasting world, and in February it was confirmed that the Duchess had signed a deal with Lemonada Media. In a statement, the Duchess said, "I'm proud to now be able to share that I am joining the brilliant team at Lemonada to continue my love of podcasting. I'm so eager to be able to share my new podcast soon, and am overjoyed to be joining the Lemonada family." Clever and ethic. Two of Meghan's lesser highlighted projects are her investments in two companies that hold special places in her heart: coffee brand Clever and financial services company Ethic. Clever began as a pop-up adaptogenic coffee bar, and its plant-based drinks contain many natural benefits. The brand is also socially conscious, relying on ethical and transparent supply chains, while also donating parts of their revenue towards equitable food systems. Meghan has appeared in an ad for the company, and speaking to Fortune about her investment, the Duchess explained, "This investment is in support of a passionate female entrepreneur who prioritizes building community alongside her business. I'm proud to invest in Hannah's commitment to sourcing ethical ingredients and creating a product that I personally love and has a holistic approach to wellness." As for Ethic, the brand's name is mirrored in its ethos, and it focuses on environmental, social, and governance investing. Speaking about her background and reason behind investing in Ethic, Meghan told the Deal Book, "From the world I come from, you don't talk about investing, right? You don't have the luxury to invest. That sounds so fancy. My husband has been saying for years, gosh, don't you wish there was a place where if your values were aligned like this, you could put your money to that same sort of thing?" American Riviera Orchard. Meghan made the surprise announcement that she was launching a lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, on the 14th of March. Trademark filings have revealed that the company will be selling everything from yoga mats to jam and jellies and even tableware. The name of Meghan's new venture references the royal's life in California. Meghan's home in Montecito is located in Santa Barbara, which is often referred to as the American Riviera. Although the brand has not yet officially launched, some of Meghan's friends have begun receiving hampers with products from the brand, with a jar of jam arriving surrounded by lemons. The launch of Meghan's new venture follows the closure of her former lifestyle blog, The Tig, in April 2017. Described as a hub for the discerning palate, those with a hunger for food, travel, fashion, and beauty, the blog provided a platform for Meghan's fashion, travel, and beauty tips. What is a lifestyle brand? A lifestyle brand is a kind of company that sells its products through marketing towards a certain lifestyle. Often you'll find personal stories alongside the products which explain why it may hold a special place in the seller's heart. One of the ways that a brand may target people is by showing that it shares values and beliefs with its ideal customer, and it will feature consumer experiences at its forefront as opposed to its products. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's philanthropy org was said to have been in the red this year, but there's missing context, including the fact it's got big-time money stashed away. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ. A recent report suggesting the Archwell Foundation was strapped for cash after suffering a substantial decrease in revenue between 2021 to 2022 is misleading, because it doesn't take into account the org is not a corporation, folks. In other words, these sorts of things can't simply be measured in mere profit and loss. As our sources say, the Archwell Foundation is still humming like it was when it first launched back in 2020, and actually ended the year with more than $8 million in the bank. What the report harped on is the fact that in the org's most recent tax filing, it shows donations were down between 21 and 22, going from $13 million in 2021 to just about $2 million in 2022. The foundation also notes it, technically, came in at a loss at about $674,000 since its costs somewhat outpaced its revenue this past year. But like we said, context. We're told it's not uncommon for donations to decrease after a charitable org's debut year, and oftentimes the first year is often the strongest. The Archwell Foundation smartly stored that huge influx of cash they got between 2020 and 2021 and are now divvying up the dough based on their long-term goals. So, yes, donations are down, but AF is not out of the philanthropy game. There was also a claim in the report in question that Archwell's CEO, James Holt, had received a fat pay raise between 2021 and 2022, jumping up in salary from $59,000 to about $227,000. We're told that 21 figure was just a partial year of Holt's pay. However, the source was not specific about Holt's full annual salary. While Archwell is fine and dandy in the 501c3 world, it does seem to be under the gun to come up with new ways to generate donations and revenue. We'll see what they got.